Our next guests are responsible for keeping Notre Dame's iconic golden helmets shining brightly for each game. Ryan Grooms is the head football equipment manager for the Fighting Irish, and Adam Myers is the assistant football equipment manager. Welcome Notre Dame Day, guys. I'm glad you two are close to each other because you're obviously very close to each other on our love seat.
We spend a lot of time together, so this is normally how we sit. Yeah, absolutely.
I love it. I love it. Let's talk about the duties, Ryan. As the head equipment guy, you've been here for how many years now?
Been here the whole time with Coach Kelly, so just finished my 8th spring game yesterday. So.
Wow. Well, talk about what goes into. I don't think our people really understand what really goes into getting this team ready to play from an equipment standpoint every week.
So everything we do, Steve, is based around player safety. You know, the big talk of football from Pee Wee to NFL is concussion. We spend a lot of time with these guys and their heads and making sure we get a good fit on their helmet. Everything we do is based around that. The second part of what we do is make the guys look good. We handle a lot of our day-to-day operation with Under Armour, that partnership, and ordering all the gear, the apparel, head to toe. Everything that you see on that field on game day, whether it be a coach, a player, a manager, or a trainer, we issue that gear. We're responsible for the inventory of it. Well,
I'll tell you, some of these guys, it's pretty hard to make them look good, too. But you guys do a good job of making guys that don't look good without the uniforms on look pretty good.
Absolutely.
On Saturdays. Adam, let's talk about travel. You know, when you guys go on the road, it's a huge production. I've seen it at the different levels. I don't think people understand all that goes into this. You're traveling with at least 70, 74 guys every week, sometimes more than that. What goes into the preparation for that?
We start the day after the last game, basically, and we take everything you could imagine, because you don't want to get there and forget anything. So even if it's no rain in the forecast, we're bringing the rain gear. We're bringing 2 pairs of cleats for everybody, backup helmets, backup shoulder pads, anything you can imagine, we're bringing. And we fill a 53-foot semi for that road trip. And we have all our students help pack it and usually send it on its way on Thursday or earlier.
Right, a lot of moving pieces that go into it. I know it's got to be synchronized very well. The relationship with Under Armour. You know, we see the beautiful uniforms every week. Talk about that relationship, and is there anything that we can expect to see different or new this year from that perspective?
Yeah, absolutely. We've got an incredible relationship with Under Armour. You know, we finished our 3rd year with them, and what a great partnership that we have with them, and the work that they do behind the scenes, the designers, the customer service that they provide is really, it's bar none. They have done an outstanding job of keeping us looking the best, cutting edge, everything that you can think about, our outfits, our uniforms, our footwear, you name it, it's top of the line stuff. So that's my job. Adam's out a lot of hands-on with packing the truck. We work very closely with that, but a lot of my job is working with the ordering process and dealing with Under Armour on a day-to-day basis to make sure that we're prepared for everything, to get it into the room so that we can then work together to make sure it's passed out to the appropriate people.
Well, it's a high-quality product they put out, but let's talk about the iconic gold helmet here. This is the one very similar to what I wore when I was playing at Notre Dame. Pick up that one right there, Adam, and look at the difference in these helmets. I mean, it's absolutely amazing when you talk about the technology that's gone into it. Why don't you talk about, Adam, maybe the new features of these helmets that are coming out, and also what goes into preparing that helmet every week to keep that shiny look that you guys that we as Notre Dame former players and fans have all come to expect every single week.
So obviously the technology has come a long way since when you played. This is Rydell Speed Flex, and this is predominantly what most of our guys wear. But when we fix it up each week, Sunday after every game, we usually take this gold sheet right here, and you usually cut out slices to cover up all the gouge marks, clean up all the.
Now this is Niles Morgan's helmet.
Yes.
From Saturday, the blue gold game.
He wore it in the game.
So you can see the stick marks on there, all the different scratches.
So we got to clean that up, make sure that you can't see any of that for the next game. Change the face mask if it's beat up, clean the shield, change it if it's scratched, and then tighten all the hardware just to make sure he's safe, and then it's good to go for the next game.
That looks like a space helmet, you know, compared to what you can see Joe Theismann's helmet up there. I was lucky. I'm not as old as Joe Theismann to be pointing that little piece of you-know-what there, but I'll tell you, the technology is amazing.
Just a little different.
You know, before we went on, you guys were telling me about some of the changes that have taken place behind the scenes, and some more prominent, like the defensive coordinator, Coach Elko, coming in from Wake Forest. But the strength and conditioning coach, tell us a little bit about the program going on now, and maybe some things that you guys are excited about watching the changes take place in this program.
It's exciting. You know, it's we had a decent amount of change this year with the staff, and And what that does for us is we just have to learn our new coaches and learn their system. And we're here, we've been here, and we adjust to them. And as they're bringing in new ideas, Coach Bayless has been great. It's a new mentality in the weight room, and the weight program that he's running, the guys are getting strong, and they've had a really hard semester, a spring semester, but it's been a great semester. You know, they've enjoyed the challenge and the work that's been put in front of them, and they've really done a good job. We're in an area, you know, where the players they're not reporting to us. We're there to help. Our job is essentially customer service. We're there to help the guys with their needs and what they need on a day-to-day basis. So we get kind of the non-football aspect of it and the personal relationships with the players, and it's good feedback. You know, everything's positive. It's been very hard for them, but it's been a challenge that they've loved.
Well, I can sense the urgency going into this year. I know it's going to be a year that Brian Kelly and this program want to make a statement. You can sense it on the field Saturday. It's going to be exciting.